Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Thursday the 29th of September 2022. There's actually some news today, so thank heavens for that. We're going to start off with this. Mill boss becomes second longest serving championship manager. Coventry City's Mark Robbins is the only manager ranked higher in the list than Gary Rowett. Yeah, once the Rotherham manager left to go to the Derby County job, Gary Rowett moved up. I thought he was around the third longest serving manager in the championship. And then someone in the comments, in one of the comments, said actually he's the second, and we've got the journalist writing about it now. So this is from sutherlandnews.co.uk. Gary Rowett is proud to become the second longest serving manager in the championship, but admits that he knows his tenure at Millwall won't last forever. With Rotherham United boss Paul Warne moving to Derby County for 6 years in charge of the Millers, Rowett has become the 8th longest serving manager in the entire Football League. While he's pleased with that, he's managed to achieve in South Birmingham since joining the Lions in October 2019. He's also aware that he won't be in charge of the club forever and that things can change incredibly quickly in football. That seems to me to be quite a sad indictment of football and how it is. Gary Rowett is the 8th longest serving manager, and he's coming up to 3 years. That seems a bit, what would you say, kind of a sad statistic. You would think people would be in jobs for longer than 3 years or so. I guess not. Longevity in this job isn't something that you go into thinking that you're going to get, because life doesn't work like that as a football manager, he told News at Then. Having been here for 3 years, it doesn't feel like 3 years, but it's certainly a good period of time to build things that you want to build. I'm very, very fortunate to do that job, and I do, and I continue to do it as well as I can. I'm also aware that this job doesn't last forever. You're never more than 2 or 3 results away from being under pressure. As a manager, you can accept that. I've always said that you accept that it's a position that you're in. If you don't want to do that, you'll just go and get a 9-to-5 job that you can do for the next 30 years. It's quite simple. It's the highs and the lows that we like, and I think most managers accept it's a results industry, a results business, and that's what we all have to get to stay in a job. Well, I guess when you put it like that, if it is a results business, how many teams in the league? How many of them can win? There's only one winner of the league. That probably makes the fact that a manager who's been in a job for 3 years is the 8th longest serving manager. So it kind of makes more sense, doesn't it? And probably cast light on what success is for Millwall. Staying in the championship, finishing in the top half of the championship is success. We probably want a bit more, desperate for a bit more. There's a massive step up from finishing in the top 10 to finishing in the top 6, and we just got to try and get there bit by bit and get a bit of luck along the way. One championship manager who certainly wasn't afforded enough time is Rob Edwards, who, a 39-year-old manager, was sacked by Watford after just 11 games in charge. Although Rowett agrees it was a particularly harsh decision, he stressed that the former Forest Green Rovers boss will have been aware of how ruthless the Hornets are when it comes to hiring and firing managers, which is a common thing in English football. I think Watford have quite openly been a club that have changed managers quite regularly. Rob would have gone into the job with his eyes wide open. Obviously, no one else knows what he was told when he was given the job. I thought he did a fantastic job at Forest Green, so I'm sure he wanted to challenge himself at the next level. Is it a results-based decision? I think. Is it the fact that Watford want to bounce back to the Premier League quickly? Then why did they give the job to Rob Edwards? I face at a Stoke where you take that job knowing that anything other than being in the top 2 isn't going to be acceptable. You understand that? I suppose after 11 games it's quite quick to judge a person. You have to bring some players in quite quickly, to judge your methods, but again, I think Rob will go on and get another job soon. I think he's done well enough at Forest Green, and I think most people will see that decision as being a little bit harsh in some ways. But I'm not alone to pumping millions and millions of pounds into my club. It's easy as an innocent bystander to have a comment on it, but if it's your money, you may feel differently. Who knows what you might achieve if he was given more time, but you don't get time as a manager. Not, I don't know why. Why are we talking about Rob Edwards? I don't know. But the pressure's on Rob Edwards now, isn't it? The next job he does, if he's not successful, he's going to be labelled a busted flush, one trick wonder. He did well at Forest Green, but it's probably likely down to the situation at Forest Green and not down to him. So he's got to pick his next job wisely and do quite well in that. Gary Rowett coming up to 3 years. On October the 21st, he will be here for 3 years. Now, moving on to londonnewsonline.co.uk. This from George Long. George Long chomping at the bit to get back playing after Millwall league battle, and how Zion Fleming has relieved travel boredom. George Long is hoping to make it back-to-back championship starts for Millwall by keeping his place for Saturday's fixture at Blackburn Rovers. Bartosz Białkowski had played every minute of the previous 146 league matches, but dropped out the 2-1 win over Blackpool before the international break. And Long, who had previously only featured in cup competitions for the Lions, admits he would have loved to have kicked straight on with the domestic schedule. Getting a start was brilliant, and the win as well, which was big for us. And then the international break came as well, which meant I could enjoy it for a bit longer, he told himself. But also, you want to get stuck into a few more. That's just how it was with the break. I'm grateful to get the start and the win as well. We've got a lot of fixtures coming up, so there's plenty of time for more games. The ones who go away with their international teams don't get much of a break, but the ones who aren't away get time to rest, reset mentally, and have a little bit of a rest before every fixture schedule up until the World Cup. Everyone is chomping at the bit to get going again. I'm grateful to the gaffer. He's put faith in me last week. I'll take it one game at a time, and I'll keep trying to help the team as best as I can and enjoy playing. Millwall have taken 1 point from a possible 12 away from the Den. They've not won on their travels since March. March when? March 22? March 21? March 2020? You could tell me that, I'd believe it. We want to take that home and away form from home, said Long. Sometimes you're just happy to nick draws and be hard to beat. I think that's what we're after, but we've got the quality up top to start getting wins away from home as well. We all start doing that. Blackburn and Rotherham in the space of 4 days is a good opportunity to get some more points on the board away from home. We can probably get a bit of a momentum from that. Summer signing, Zion Fleming, who opened his goal account for the Lions against Blackpool, has helped break up some of the monotony that comes with long away slogs on the team coach. A few lads put headphones on, but recently Zion has brought in a dice game called Perudo, which has gone down really well, said Long. About 8 lads were playing that for a couple of hours on the last away trip. I'm sure that will make an appearance. Fleming has been one of Mill's brightest attacking outlets since returning from injury, and has also chalked off the milestone of the first goal since his club record transfer from Fortuna Sittard. He's got a thunderbolt strike on him. It's really ridiculous, really, said Long. Especially from outside the box, it's a big weapon for him. He's had a few free kicks already, which have caused keepers trouble. He's a brilliant player, and now he has got the first, he'll probably start adding to that and showing more quality and what he can do. He's a great addition to the team. So there you go. There's Jules Long talking about himself and Zion Fleming. A dice game called Perudo. Interesting. No, it's quite. Zion. Now it's interesting that the monotony, long away trips. Now we know in this league, it's a northern league. We've got a lot of travelling to do. We're the most southerly team. We've got a hell of a lot of travelling to do. Zion Fleming in the Netherlands. That's a very small, thin country. I don't know how big is it. It's probably the size of Cornwall, Devon, and Dorset combined, or or maybe Norfolk, Suffolk, and Kent. So travelling for him, this is you can see why it's when they talk about adjusting, not just the football, the travelling. He's never had to travel this far. It's like you could probably travel anywhere from one A to B in Netherlands. In what 2 hours? I don't know what the equivalent of Land's End to John O'Groats would be in Netherlands, but I'm sure it doesn't take more than 3 hours. But now he's got these massive long travelling things to do. He's got to adjust to that, ain't he? So that's another thing. Not only that, but maybe that's what's affecting our away form as well. So maybe this game, dice game, Perudo, get 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 on that on the away coach. Get on that Monopoly, whatever, all kinds of shit. I don't know. Try anything. Um, do what you can. See what works. So there you go. So George Long, being very optimistic, you would think. And now we're gonna hear from Gary Rowett, and he's gonna be brought straight back down to earth. This is from southwarknews.co.uk talking about the Gary Rowett discusses Millwall's goalkeeper dilemma. George Long has only played one championship match for the Lions so far. Gary Rowett is adamant that Bartosz Białkowski will remain Millwall's first choice goalkeeper, despite being benched against Blackpool. The former Polish international had played 156 consecutive championship games before he was dropped for the Lions match against the Tangerines. George Long came into the team for his first league start since moving to the Den in 2021, playing the entire 90 minutes as Millwall secured a 2-1 win. Despite this, Rowett believes that Białkowski will retain his place in the starting lineup for the foreseeable future, explaining why he gave Long the chance to come into the team in their last game. I don't think it's been an open position, he told Music then. I think Bart's played for 3 years, he's been the first choice keeper for 3 years. His form and everything else has dictated and earned him the right. In the last game, I thought George deserved an opportunity to show what he can do. He's worked incredibly hard, like I spoke about, and I decided to pick him for the game. That's probably as much information as I can give in this moment. Bart's a really popular member of the squad. He's a great guy. I spoke to him at length, and I think while he was disappointed last weekend, he understands that long he sat there for 18 months working hard and preparing for games every Saturday while not having that opportunity. I felt that at the time come to give him a chance to show what he can do. That was it, really. Indeed. And I said this at the time. I think they're trying to give George Long a contract extension, and he's like, "Well, I'm not getting a sniff here. Like, I could go to another club in the championships and actually start playing. Like, what are we doing here?" And in the past 2 seasons, Białkowski has been superstar diamond. Now, this season, has kind of dropped off a bit. Still very good. But we will see. I think they gave George Long the start because it was Blackpool, and because everyone was demanding some changes after the QPR game. So Rowett made a massive change and also gave George Long an opportunity to start a championship game. He's given him the cup games and now give him the league game because obviously we got knocked out of the cup at Cambridge. So there's really if you give him the cup games, there's only guarantee that he's going to have 2. Because if we lose the opening game in the League Cup and the FA Cup, he's only going to have 2 games a season. Even like I said this at the time as well. Last season, at the end of the season, because we were still in it on that last day against Bournemouth, you couldn't make any changes. Bart had to play. You had to put out your strongest team. Even though in the end it didn't really work out, we ended up dropping from 7th to 10th. Yeah. So when's George Long gonna play? Well, apparently he's like Rowett says he's not starting against Blackburn, and I don't think he's gonna start against Blackburn. I think Bartosz Białkowski will come back in, and I think I hope we're gonna see Białkowski with a bit keener, a bit sharper, a bit of fire in his belly, and he's gonna show Gary Rowett like, what the fuck was that? Don't do that again. I'm gonna play out my socks, and we're gonna win this game, which would be nice, or at least keep a clean sheet. We can keep a clean sheet. The best we can do, the worst we can do is a 0-0 draw. So there you go. Moving on to this. Good luck to all Millwall fans running the 2022 TCS London Marathon. Still weird. It's still weird that it's October and the London Marathon is happening. It should be happening in April. It's been run in April all of my life, and now because of COVID, they've moved it. It's all very weird. This is from millfc.co.uk, and they've got a list of Mill fans who've contacted them and said, "Can you give us a little boost?" So obviously we've got number one, Gary Rowett. Told you about that. Shannon Pepiat, a member of staff at Den, is running in the aid of Nord. So this obviously's got all the links here that if you want to go and donate. We've got James Elliott, who's running for Young Lives versus Cancer. Hopefully Young Lives wins that. We've got Jack Martin, who's running for the National Autistic Society. We've got Mark Barnes running for Alzheimer's Research UK. We've got Julie Dowes running for the National Brain Appeal. Nice. We've got Neve Kelly running for Asthma and Lung UK charity. We've got Louise Kirkman, who is running for Contact Family for families with disabled children. We've got Jim Lucas running for Leukemia UK. Chris Bradbury is running for Crohn's and Colitis UK. We've got Adam Hersey running for Hospitality Action. Ben Courtney is running for Kidney Care UK. Mark Jewell is running for Greenwich and Bexley Hospice. Liam O'Kane is running to raise donations for flowers ahead of his friend Harriet's funeral. That's quite specific. Okay. Click here for more information. Paul Oakley is running for Marjorie McClaw's School Fund. Ben Lovell is running for Winston's Wish. Rebecca Blinch is running for Girl Guides. Reese Simpson is running for Parkinson's UK. Frankie Mines is running for Demelza, who is a charity partner of Millwall Football Club. Kevin Downey is running his 33rd London Marathon. Holy moly! And he's running this year for Children with Cancer UK. Dan Benson is running for the Tommy Crush Foundation. Samuel Dance is running for the Marathon for Starlight. Sounds interesting. Richard Barkley is running for Steps Charity Worldwide. Christopher Young is running for the ABF, Soldiers Charity. And Danny Hanscom is running for Children with Cancer UK. So that's the second one for Children with Cancer UK. And finally, Charlie Hart is running for Greenwich and Bexley Hospice. That's the second one for them as well. So there you go. 26 people. Obviously, not on that list. Gary Alexander is running for. Is he running for Evelina Children's Hospital? So there you go. Millwall fans and Millwall manager running in the London Marathon. Interesting stuff there. I wonder if they're going to tell us what number Gary is. Well, would you spot him? You should be able to spot him. I hope he doesn't do that thing where he's like he wears a baseball cap. It doesn't get spotted. I don't know. Anyway, there you go. 26, 27. The Mill fans running for various charities for the London Marathon this Sunday. And moving on now to this, Millwall's Charlie Cresswell, or Leeds' Charlie Cresswell, who's on loan to Millwall, named in Who Scored Team of the Month. Yeah, so every Sunday or after every match, you see, I show you the stats from a website called whoscored.com, and he's made the team of the month. So he's over the September, he has got one of the highest scores. He's 7.52. He's won 13 aerial duels, and that's done enough for him to get a centre back spot in the team of the month. And there's the team of the month there. You got Josh Sargent, Sam Bryan, Naki Wells, Sander Burge, Oliver Norwood, Sani Dieng, Wes Harding. So there you go. Interesting stuff. Moving on to the end final. Bit of news today. Millwall's 2022 Junior Lions Christmas party. Fucking hell, it's not even October yet. We haven't even had Halloween yet. They're already pushing the Christmas party. What's going on? When are they going to start selling fucking Easter eggs on the Boxing Day game? Millwall Football Club's 2022 Junior Lions Christmas party will take place on Sunday the 11th of December. Between 1:30 and 4:30 p.m. at the Den, partygoers will be able to enjoy a disco, face painting, a delicious buffet, sausage and mash, an auction, and much more. Junior Lions will also be treated to an early present from Father Christmas himself in his magical grotto. What will that be? The stuff they couldn't shift from the club shop, Macron stuff, huh? Throughout the afternoon, Junior Lions will get a chance to meet their heroes as Millwall's first team squad will be making an appearance. Tickets are now on sale. They're selling the tickets already. Priced at £7 adults and £5 juniors. Tickets are limited. So book early to avoid disappointment. Not this fucking early, surely. October the 1st? Come on. This event, this event is exclusive to 2022-23 Junior Lions members and their guests. Under 16s must be accompanied by an adult ticket. So you have to be a Junior Lion. You can't. That's the membership situation. That's what the membership is called for a young Millwall fan. So you can't just rock up. You need to actually purchase the Junior Lions membership for your kid, and that's it. You don't have to be a member, because then you go as their guest. It says there, Junior Lions members and their guests. Well, what does that mean though? Their guests. So what if you got 3 kids and only one's a Junior Lion, and the other 2 come as his guests? How many guests does he get? That's I don't know. It's a bit weird. But there you go. Christmas party. On the 30th of September, they're selling tickets already. What is this world that we live in now? And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.